Hey everybody, what is going on? Hexlex here with another Master Duel video for you, and it is Monday, which means it is once again time for our weekly viewer special. For those of you who might not be in the know about this series, if it's your first time or if you are new to the channel, then first of all, welcome. And second of all, what we're doing here is every single Monday, we dedicate that video to showing off games from you all, the viewers. There's no really criteria or anything as far as what kind of decks or games to submit. If you've been working on something cool and or if you had a really awesome game, this is your chance to show those off. It's a really cool way to see what other duelists are working on and to kind of cheer each other on as a community. That's always my favorite part, is like seeing people in the comments being like, that was an awesome game, or like, whoa, that was a sick deck, I can't wait to try it. Like, because I know at that point, you know, we have achieved rather our goal here. So if you are interested in submitting a game for the viewer special, all you need to do is go down to the description below. You're going to find an invite link to the Hexlexplex, our Discord server. In that Discord server, under the Master Duel section, there is a channel called Viewer Special Submissions. You're going to want to drop your 9-digit player ID there, as well as make sure that your replays are publicly saved. And also, of course, double-checking the ID to make sure that's all right, because IDs mismatching and replays not being publicly saved are definitely the things that stop me from seeing your replays the most. So, but yeah, if you've got multiple different replays too, you can definitely submit multiple different replays. The only thing I ask is that you don't submit like the same game over and over again. But also, if you do have multiple games, make sure to leave either like a screenshot of your opponent's name, or type out your opponent's name, or the date and time, you know, just something that where I know this is the game that you want me to see specifically. But anyway, that's enough yapping about what to do. Now, let's check out some of your games. Alright, our first game comes to us from Yucky Hands, aka Partisan Hack over on the Discord server. Both excellent usernames, by the way. We are going to be watching a game with Math-labyrinth, but not just any kind of a Math-labyrinth deck. For those who are wondering what the math portion is, that'd be the simultaneous equation cannon, not a math mech engine. We are also playing the newly unlimited Trickstar Reincarnation. So we're going to be seeing some shenanigans with that as well. Of course, the implications of what this card can do are pretty big, given what type of an effect it is. Banishing their entire hand and then they draw the same number of cards. That could not only be used as disruption after they search something, but maybe even decking someone out? I don't know. We'll have to see. I actually genuinely don't know. I haven't watched this yet, so... yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at our opponent's deck as well. Looks like they're going to be on Mikanko. Yeah, looks like a pretty standard OTK version of the Mikanko deck. So let's head on in and see what we have got here. Yeah, Simultaneous Equation Cannon is such a fascinating card. I think it's mostly fascinating because it's good. Like, it's not just a fun gimmick card. It's also, like, really playable. So, pretty easy set 3 pass here. Got a couple of drolls in hand as well. This is looking like a pretty good turn 1 here. Alright, they're going to start with Ohime. We're chaining Big Welcome Lab. They're going to respond with Max C, although I have a feeling they might end up regretting that. Although we're probably not going to summon that much, to be fair. And I do mean they might end up regretting that. If this combo goes the way that I think it might. We'll see. Okay, there's Trickstar Reincarnation. So again, yeah, after they add stuff, you get to banish there. Oh, in combination with the droll, I didn't even think about that. So you wait until after they've added something, then you Trickstar Reincarnation, and then you chain link. Oh, I thought you were gonna go for a deck out kind of a thing. This also works. So for those of you at home wondering if this works the way that you think it does, yes. So yeah, what's gonna happen here is Droll's gonna resolve. Then, yeah, sure, their Mikanko spell does. Trickstar Reincarnation banishes their hand, but Droll says players can't draw or add cards. So, Trickstar Reincarnation plus Droll is just banish your opponent's entire hand, which is pretty nasty. Now, as you can see here, They were still able to get some out of Makonko monsters, excuse me, on the board, but those are not able to do anything by themselves, especially in the style of build our opponent has, which is more of like the OTK build, right? Oh my god, they're about to get hit with this again, aren't they? Because they're going to activate Ohime. I guess Hare is probably going to be what searches first. Oh, this is nasty! That's another 5 cards we're about to hit here. Oh no! That's brutal! That's brutal! Oh, what all did they banish? We knew the Ohime was in hand, and the Reflection Rondo. Oh, and the Rivalry too, right? And then the last one had Lava, had Kaiju's, Nib, the Spirit Walk. Wow, that's gross. That's gross. Alright, so here we're summoning Lady Lab during the end phase, so of course they can't battle into her. We get to use the Karma Cannon here, which will of course let us activate the Lady Lab effect. Also turning the Hare face down, very, very good here. That'll get rid of the equip spell, and it means we can just flip up and then battle. And there we go. We've now left our opponent with nothing. With absolutely nothing. Going for the preparation of rites. They're going to use that to add Ohime, but doesn't do anything by itself, right? Oh no, it adds and then discards, so it does actually do something by itself. Alright, normal summoning, but we're going to just activate Big Welcome and just bounce it. Before they get to use the Mayawashi Dori effect, right? Because, oh, but I guess that would revive and then equip anyway, right? So that doesn't really matter. Okay, they're going for Fire Dance. We're going to use Trap Trick and then the Lady Lab F. Are we just going to Trap Trick for another Karma Cannon? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. This kind of makes me want to play Lab again, I won't lie. Oh, they're done. Yeah, they're like, alright, I'm done. That was awesome. That was awesome. Yeah, I when you were talking about comboing with Trickstar Reincarnation, I thought somehow we were just gonna like loop it enough between like the Butler and Trap Tricks and stuff. We're just gonna activate it enough times that we decked our opponent out. But Trickstar Reincarnation plus Droll and Lockbird, particularly nasty. And both combo pieces are also pretty good independently too. Droll obviously is just a great hand trap, and again, even if you're not like comboing it with anything, you can still use Trickstar Reincarnation after your opponent searches something and really mess them up. And the fact that it banishes all the cards too, and not putting them in the graveyard, is very helpful in that regard. So that was good. That was a very, very good game. Thank you for submitting that. Why don't we go ahead and take a look at our next duel here. Okay, so our next game comes to us from Izzy Misigi, who has honestly a bunch of really cool decks and replays here. Submitted 3. Of course, we only have time for 1, but these were all very good games here. It was kind of a debate if I wanted to feature the Infernoble game, but I decided to go for this one because I really like this build here. This is Superheavy Samurai Fire King Snake Eye. So it might not seem apparent how these two archetypes can mesh, but I think that answer lies in the form of Infernal Flame Banshee. It's not hard for the Superheavy Samurai engine to get 2 level 4 monsters in play to potentially go for that. I haven't seen the combo line yet. I'm just kind of assuming that's where the connection is drawn here, just looking at the list. But Izzy did also mention that this build can make Nat Beast off of 2 card combos on top of the Fire King Snake Eye board, which adding a Nat Beast to any end board, but especially that one, sounds really scary. So why don't we go ahead and check this out? Oh, I didn't show our opponent's deck. Looks like we're up against some sort of a Galaxy deck there. I saw a Tachyon Dragon in our opponent's like 3-card lineup there, so that's interesting. Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay, we're starting with the Wakaushi F to place the Big Benki and then summon itself. Big Benki is going to add the Soul Peacemaker, because we already have Soul Piercer in hand. So we can normal summon that and then link off into the Scarecrow. Okay, yeah, looks like our opponent is on Galaxy here. All right, adding the wagon. Pitching the Flamberge to bring back the Soul Piercer. Makes sense getting that out of our hand and into the yard. We could have done that with Diabell too, but either way, it doesn't really matter. Oh, so I think we're actually going to be able to add a Baron to our end board, as well as going into the Banshee. That is cool. It's always really nice when you can, like, not just set up, you know, one combo line with a different engine, but also when that other engine adds to your combo line, right? Like in this case, we are getting extra stuff on top of our Fire King Snake Eye board by going, in a way, out of our way to combo like this. Oh, we get Elf too? This is Elf, isn't it? I imagine? Yeah. That's good. That's really good. Alright, Elf F, reviving that. We can use the Soul... What is this card again? Soul Horn, that's right. Okay, here's the Gnat Beast. I see. Yep. And we still haven't Pendulum Summoned? We still haven't Pendulum Summoned. Getting to add the Soul Booster. So this is how we would do it, even because I was going to say, okay, we have 2 level 4 monsters off the Pen Summon, but even if we only had the one wagon that we added, I think we did search that, right? I just want to check. We did not open that wagon, right? Yeah, we searched it. So even if you didn't have the extra level 4 body, you would still be able to do that here. That actually adds a lot of power to your end board. This also makes me think, I mean, obviously I've seen a lot of different decks teching Superheavy Samurai, but it's really nice to see, like, firsthand just how powerful this engine can be. Like, we already have a very competent end board, and there's so much we can still do here. Like, we ended on Elf, IP, Gnat Beast, and Baron before we even, like, began to do Fire King stuff. We're only just now setting that all up here. I'm a little astounded you haven't run out of space yet. Okay, yeah, here's Prom Princess to bring back Flamberge that we pitched earlier. And then we can put IP in the spell trap. Oh, we're not doing that. Okay. We're going into the Ambler Whale. I guess we do have the Arvada on the end board anyway, as well as Gnat Beast and a Baron and Sprite Elf. Wow. And we have Prom Princess set up in the graveyard, so that's... And this also destroys? I don't know if I'll even count that off the bat, though. We already have, like, 1, 2, 3, 4 points of interaction. 5 if you really want to count the Ambler Whale pop, but that's pretty darn good. That's really good, actually. I mean, the Gnat Beast is arguably even more points of interaction because it's not just one spell negate, it's, well, it's infinite spell negates. I mean, not literally infinite, but you'll definitely have more cards in deck than your opponent has spell cards, for sure. Alright, they're going to try to Galaxy Soldier. We're just going to Baron it to negate and destroy. Trying to add, we're going to use Arvada here. Also using Elf. Oh, we can just Elf the IP back when we have a monster on the field. Yeah, of course. So we didn't even need to set up IP in the yard with Flamberge. I was going to say, yeah, popping our Ambler Whale is 100% fine here. I think that actually makes our board better. Oh, is this Appo? Are we going for Appaloosa? We are going for Appaloosa. I would have assumed it would have been SP, but I guess this works too. I mean, it doesn't matter at this point. I don't think we have, like, full control here. Yeah, that sounds about right. So there we go. Wow. Definitely demonstrating what the Superheavy Samurai engine can do for the Fire King Snake Eye board, and makes me very curious about what it could do for other decks boards as well. Thank you very much for sharing that. I called you Izzy earlier, sorry. is Missiggy. Thank you very much. We have time for one more game, though. Let's go ahead and check out the last one. And our final game for this video comes to us from 8bots. 8bots has a game playing Branded. utilizing a couple of the new fusion monsters from the latest pack. We've got not only, of course, the Light and Darkness Dragon Lord, which can present a lot of negates for the opponent to try to get over, but also Chaos Star Source Dragon, which is another way for the deck to pop more cards outside of utilizing just Guardian Chimera, which is pretty cool. So, of course, also rocking Molcharmy Fuelos, as it is a 60-card deck. Makes sense, but... Oh, I forgot to show our opponent's deck again. We're up against Runic Stun, so... It's probably about what you would expect, I imagine. Alright, looks like they get to take the first turn here. Not ideal, of course, to go second against Stun, but certainly doesn't mean the game is unwinnable by any stretch of the imagination. Going for Dimensional Barrier and then a Runic Slumber for the Hugin. Hugin F will discard a 1 Day of Peace. I hate that card. For Runic Fountain. Tributing for Majesty's Fiend before passing. I wonder what we kept in hand over 1 Day of Peace. We're like, well, anyway, to the Majesty's Fiend, we got the Imperm. And honestly, Branded, although it might not seem like it on the surface, is really not that hurt by Dimensional Fissure. They have a lot of things that'll proc off of getting banished, as opposed to going just to the graveyard. Like the Mercurier we just fused with. We're going to fuse with that and Albaz going for a Lubellion. Yeah, and with Lubellion, you can make fusion plays even if your stuff gets banished anyway, so it's like... Yeah, Dimensional Fissure arguably in some situations even helps the Branded player, but is definitely not nearly as bad as it is for a lot of other meta decks. Getting to make the Mirror Jade. Moving to battle phase, we're going to get rid of their Majesty's Fiend, also smack him for some more damage with Alibur. For passing right back over. Alright, let's see what they have here. The Fountain, of course, going for Flashing Fire on the Mirror Jade. Banishing our Grass, it's whatever, though. Alright, looks like we get to draw 2 here. Hopefully I don't get anything too bad. I'm trying to think of, like... I guess Tickboo would be pretty bad for Branded. They have a lot of different types. Messenger of Peace, interesting. Okay. I was just trying to think of, like, which Floodgates Branded would least want to see. Or no, Tickboo means they want to have different types. They meant Rivalry. I always get that mixed up for some reason. Even though one of those cards is much older than the other. Alright, going for the Lubellion once again here. Going to activate our Lubellion F, pitching the Called By. And going for... the Star Source Dragon. So let us pop the Fountain as well as the Messenger of Peace. They're going to chain the Golden Droplet, but it's definitely too late. I thought they were going to try to get draws off the Fountain. It's not too late for them to use Hugin to protect their cards, though. That is not too late, no. Alright, Fountain for a draw 1 here. We're chaining the Cartesia effect. Fusing the Keeper of Dragon Magic and Saronir in hand for Borlode Furious Dragon. Fountain gets to draw 1. We're going to use Furious to pop Cartesia and the Messenger. And it looks like our opponent's face down is not going to be enough to save them here, as we are going in for lethal. Yeah, I think the addition of Chaos Star Source, as well as Light and Darkness Dragon Lord, is quite good. I really do think, yeah, the Chaos Star Source has a lot of utility that is very nice for the Branded deck to have access to. Like 8bots was saying in her little blurb about the deck, it's really nice to be able to pop back rows with something other than Guardian Chimera. Which, like, yeah, Guardian Chimera is a great card, but, like, it's like you have to jump through a lot of hurdles to kind of summon it. You need 3 monsters. You have to fuse with a spell. You can't just summon it off of, like, Cartesia. If you want to pop multiple cards in the field, you have to fuse multiple monsters from the field. Whereas Chaos Star Source Dragon is a lot more streamlined in that regard. So, cool. Awesome. Thank you very much to not only you 8bots, but to everybody who submitted for this viewer special. It's really awesome when I see a ton of submissions. It makes it hard to pick for sure, but it means that y'all are interested and keeping the series going, and we couldn't do this series without you all submitting games. So really do want to thank everyone who submitted. And even if you didn't get in this week, there is always the next one, and the one after that, and after that, so on and so forth. Anyway, I'm done rambling. Let's go ahead and move on to our outro. Hey everybody, Hexlex here. Just want to give you a huge thanks for watching all the way to the very end of the video. Believe it or not, that is actually one of the best ways that you can support the channel, is by watching the videos in their entirety. But there are many ways in which you can support the channel if you are so interested. The names that you're seeing on screen here, I gotta give an extra special thanks to, because these are people who have chosen to either become a member on YouTube, which if you're interested you can do as well via the join button next to the subscribe button down there, or have signed up over on Patreon and become members there. Link to that is going to be in the description below. Without the support that is being offered by, again, all the people that you're seeing on screen right here, I would not be able to take the time to dedicate to uploading daily YouTube videos. So thank you so very much. But there are also other ways you can support as well. Again, link to the description below. If you like my deck tracker that you'll see in a lot of my videos, the Untapped Companion, you can download that for free, and if you use my affiliate link down there, then that also goes a long way towards supporting the channel. That's again free. So is subscribing here on YouTube. That's also free and a huge way to support. You can also check out Twitch, once again linked in the description below. Following and subscribing over there will not only support as well, but also give you notifications of when I go live if you want to catch some of the live streams. But really, no matter how you choose to support, it all adds up and it all definitely means the world. So thank you, each and every one of you. For now, this is Hexlex. I'm going to be signing out, but more than that, I'm hoping that you have a fantastic day.